guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's OMG That's Shy, and today is gonna be the labor and delivery vlog. I had to do it after because I couldn't record. They didn't allow me to record, but my mom did do a few lives because they at least let her do that. That's baby boy in the background. Y'all see him? Y'all can see him. Ta-da. Yeah, so basically this is a long awaited video from everybody. I still want to get everybody's sides, so you're not just gonna be seeing me in this video, hopefully. But here's baby boy. He's a mutt. He turns 2 months on September 12th. He was, when he was born early. He was born a week early. His original due date was July 18th, 2025. He came July 12th, 2025. I pushed for like 5 minutes or so, or 5 minutes, my bad. 5 pushes to get him out. I did tear only because she had to, like, his head was too big, kind of, for my vagina. And not just that, his heart rate was going up and down, so we had to get him out, or I was gonna have to get a C-section. He was 6 pounds, 3 ounces, and 20 inches long. Yep. Overall, my experience was good. Sorry, my boyfriend said I say a lot, and I be trying not to. And what else? Overall, it was a good experience. I'll say I didn't like the black nurse because when I went in, I was still 1 centimeter. I took the ambulance to Kaiser South because it okay, Dada. I took it because there was too much pressure, and then when I got there, I was asking for the ball and to walk around, and they just kept telling me to hold on, wait. So then they never brought it after me asking multiple times. So I was like, okay, y'all not letting me do anything to help with my pain, so I'm gonna just get the epi. And they did my IV. I jumped, so she had to do my other hand, this hand, and then I ended up bleeding out on the floor. Like, there was blood dripping from my hand, from my IV. They cleaned it up. Not seriously bleeding out. It okay, Dada. It okay. What's the matter? Y'all see him? He just fussing. And then they gave me the epidural. I jumped once, and then they did it, and I was bleeding with that too. And then it was like, honestly, they asked me if I had contractions or if I was feeling them, and I said no, because I really didn't feel them, like, at all. Hold on, guys. Let me get him situated, and I'll come back to the video. Okay? See you in a bit. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. I'm back. So they wasn't letting me do nothing, and then she asked me if I felt contractions, and I was like, no, I didn't feel them. So then it was more pressure to me. I mean, they say it was a contraction, but to me it was pressure. Like, I didn't really feel anything. And then the monitors were like too tight on me, but they had to keep them on because of his heart rate. They had to monitor his heart rate up because it kept jumping up and down, whatever, and they couldn't, like, find him at some point. But I was like telling them to let me sit up. If y'all let me sit up, I'll be fine. They're like, no, you can't sit up. And then they had to keep changing positions because they kept losing him. And I'm like, let me sit up. I'm telling you, if I sit up, his heart rate will be fine. It'll be normal, right? So they finally let me sit up. Heart rate perfectly fine, right? Because that's how I was sleeping before. Like 2 weeks before that, I had to sleep sitting up. like literally, because I couldn't sleep any other way or I would be up all night. So I kind of knew like pre-labor was already happening, and then my dog was extra clingy to me. So after that, they let me sit up. Then they had to keep laying me back over and over again and flipping my body because they kept losing him on the monitor. Like, dang, it's not that hard to keep a baby on the monitor. But actually, my baby hates, like, anything that was on my stomach. Like, anything. He'll kick it. He'll move. He'll try to hide. So, yeah. What else? Oh, and then, I got the epi, but it wasn't helping. It wasn't helping at all. Like, I was telling them, let me sit up. I still felt like heck of pressure on my left side because he was never on my left side. So all you feel is him in my left side with the monitors on me, and I'm telling them like, it's too tight, take it off, my stomach's hurting me, like, please do something. The black nurse, she wasn't trying to do anything. She was trying to say that my baby was gonna have heck of complications and just like all these different stuff that she was saying. I did have to go on, not penicillin, but it was something else because I did have GBS, I think, or the other one, something. I had that, so I had to get another medicine. So I was given like 4 different medicines. One was for my nausea. The other one was so it doesn't pass down to him because I am positive for GBS or whatever it was called. And then, what else? And then the epi wasn't helping, like I said. So, and then, guys, my mom was kind of laughing at me because she wasn't laughing, but she was like, she was up with me most of the night and my boyfriend. Everybody else was asleep. But dang, I keep saying, I'm so sorry, y'all. But my mom was there with me most of the night, and my boyfriend too. But my mom was mainly there because I kept complaining because my stomach was bothering me. And I kept telling them that they didn't want to listen to me. And I felt like I had to throw up. Why did I throw up like 5 times during labor? You know why? Because they gave me that epidural, and the epidural has fentanyl in it. And my body was rejecting all of it. And then, you know how like your stomach and below is like numb, and I wasn't numb. Well, my legs were, but I was moving my legs. I had so much anxiety, like my legs were shaking still with the epidural, and I told them I need to walk, and they wasn't trying to let me walk. And then I was all crooked in the bed, and they're like, you just keep getting crooked and you keep getting worse, huh? And I'm like, well, this is how I can get comfortable. My legs kept falling off the bed. My mom had to keep putting my legs on the bed. It was kind of funny now that I think about it. And she's like, you can't walk. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt yourself. And I was really trying to walk, y'all. I was trying to do anything to walk because they wouldn't let me. So finally, the white nurse came. Her name is Amy. She was amazing. She was, oh my God. She was better than the black lady. No offense. But she was. She let me sit up. The other nurse was not trying to let me have no water, no nothing. And Amy was like, yeah, you can have water, just not a lot. And then she gave me some Jell-O to try to help with my nausea because I was hungry too. And it wasn't working. Nothing was working. And then finally they kept checking me. I went from 1 to 4. And then the doctor, I think it was the doctor had came in and popped my bag because my water bag wasn't all the way popped. So they popped my bag. I shot up to 6. And then 5, I don't think it was exactly 10, but I'll say 5 to 10 minutes later, I was like, I have to push. And I was kind of like, you know, off the drugs kind of. So I was like speaking really low, like I was really sick. So I was like, I have to push. And Amy was like, you have to push? What did you say? I was like, yes, I have to push. I feel it. I have to push. And then she's like, hold on, let me check. And then she grabbed my leg and flipped me to my side because I was like crooked still, but she flipped me like to the right position, and she was like, hold on, let me check. And then she checked, and I went to a 10. So it was 1, 4, 6, 10. That's how it went for me. And then I pushed like 5 times, and then I had to like hurry up and get him out because, like I said, his heart rate was going, and I didn't want to go to emergency C-section, so she had to cut me so I could get him out faster, and so his head could come out faster. And then he went to the doctors, and they tried to say that my baby had respiratory, and the 2 other doctors were like, no, he just needs skin to skin. He doesn't have respiratory. They still took my baby. I got to hold him on my chest first, but they still took him. They took him, and then he finally came back, and it's like, oh, everything's good. And I'm like, I know that. But it was a possibility because his dad has asthma, my mom had asthma, and yeah, and respiratory goes with asthma. That's why I say that. I'm trying to think of anything else. Yeah. And then after that, I just spent the time with him. I got a lot of sleep, actually. No, I didn't really stay asleep. I was more like loving on him and stuff before I did get sleep, though. They did take him and get sleep. He did get circumcised. I know a lot of people have questions about that. They did take him to get circumcised. It was free for me because my insurance covers it at Kaiser. That's the only reason why it was free. And he passed all his tests the first time. They came in with the lactation nurse, and they showed me how to latch, even though he was already latching. He was doing pretty good. And I was pumping in the hospital. Like, they told me to pump it for him. So that's what I did. And I got a gift. I got a robe, and he got a little outfit and a hat. It says something on it. It's really cute. And that's the end of my side. I don't think I was that bad. I think my mom and my boyfriend and them is over exaggerating a little bit. But overall, it was good. I wish I could have stuck to my birthing plan, but I didn't. I really wanted to give birth at Kaiser Roseville just because they're better with kids. And yeah, so that's how life is. Your birthing plan doesn't always go as planned, and hopefully I could get y'all my boyfriend's side, hit his mom's side, and my mom's side, and my brother's side, because I just wanted my brother. When I tell y'all, that's what I left out. I just wanted my brother, y'all. Like, for real, when I went into labor, and my brother was like, well, Casey was helping, my mom's ex-friend. We're not going to talk about that. But Casey was helping me. But my brother, I was like, no, I want my brother. So my brother was sitting with me while I was sitting in the middle of the hallway before I took the ambulance. He was rubbing my back. And I was on the couch, and my water spilled on the couch. And then the firefighters came, and they were like, how far are the contractions? For me to be only 1 centimeter, my contractions were 3 to 5 minutes apart. And then I was sitting here, and the lady, the dispatcher, was like, make sure she's laying down and keep her legs open, whatever. Guys, as soon as they walked in, why didn't my water shoot out some more? And I was so embarrassed because it was all guys. There was no girls. It was all guys. And there was nothing under there, too. And I was wet. Like, everything was wet. What else? Oh, yeah. And when I first went into labor, guys, I thought it was pee. I thought I peed on myself. So I'm sitting here like, I don't know what to do. I think I just peed on myself, but I also think I'm in labor. And then I called my auntie, because I was at the laundromat when I went into labor. And I called my auntie, like my auntie could do something. And then I waited for my mom to come out of the laundromat because I didn't want to walk in there with pee on me. If it was pee, you know, it was everywhere, like you could see it. So then my mom drugged me in there after I said I didn't want to go in there. So my mom smelled it. She smelled my clothes and said, well, it smells like pee, but I'm not sure. Is it still dripping? And then she had me sit on the toilet, and it was still coming out. And then we go out the bathroom. She gonna yell, it's baby time. And then that's when we rushed to the house to get the stuff. And all that. And then, you know, I already told the rest of the story. And then she told me to put one of her diapers on to see if it's wet. And it was really wet. And then I had to take that off because the paramedics were coming. And they said, oh, make sure she has nothing on just in case he comes. That would have been crazy if he came at home. But long story short, it's pretty good. I had a healthy baby boy. His name is Zayden Royale, Nashawn King cousins. Nashawn comes from my cousin that just passed. Y'all can see my videos on TikTok and Instagram about my FC. Zayden and Royale I chose, and then King and cousins comes from his dad's side. And yeah, I wanted to spell it ZXAYDEN, but his dad didn't like it, and my mom was like, well, he is his father too. You can't just have all the names. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I let his dad have that one, but that's it. But I'll show some pictures from when he was born, and I'll try to get the pictures that I really want from his mom's phone that my boyfriend did not send me. He sent me some, but he didn't send me the ones that I want where she got him like coming out. That's the one I want, like, so bad, and I have to ask her for that. And he is sleeping. I got him settled down. He does, he already tries to sit up. He's talking already. So far he said, hey, hi. He says daddy sometimes, and then, or he says dada, and then he says, aw. He shakes his head no and yes. He said no before. And then he already tries to sit up. He tries to walk. He holds his head really good. Other than that, he's such a good baby. And I love him. I love him so much. But I'll be back when I can get their sides. If I could get their sides. Because I don't know. Maybe my mom and maybe my boyfriend. Probably not his mom. But I could just tell her side if she doesn't want to tell it. But I really can't tell her side because I don't know how she felt or whatever, because it was her first boy having a baby, her only boy at that. And my boyfriend said he never wanted kids, so turns out things happen and we have a healthy, beautiful baby boy. And that's my side. I enjoyed it. I loved it. My mom asked me if I would do it again. I told her no, but I think I would for a girl. Not right now, of course. I need to wait for my baby to get like older. But that's about it. Sorry this video took so long. I've been like just soaking up being a mom and being with my baby boy. And yeah, so I'll try to get everybody's side, but if I can't, then it'll just be the end of the video. Love y'all. See y'all later. Hey guys, we're back. We're back with him. So he could tell his side, finally. Here you go.
Alright, this is my side of van delivery.
Well, yeah.
Alright, well.
You have to look at
Can I get there? Alright, so for me, the labor part, it was kind of easy. You know, she was in pain, twisting and turning, so I was just looking at her like she kind of crazy. And then when she asked to hold my hand, she did. I'm surprised my hand wasn't broke because she did squeeze it really hard a couple of times, so I made it out of that. I had to switch hands twice from my left to my right. And then my phone was finna die on me, so I had to plug it up. And then she wanted her phone too, so I had to plug her shit up as well. And then the next morning, she wanted food. She didn't want to get nothing that the hospital wanted. She was very picky about what she wanted. And then once I finally got it, she barely ate it.
I was in labor.
Yeah, And then after she barely eats it, the doctor comes in and tells her, or the nurse comes in and tells her that she can't eat anything at all because.
Mad as fuck.
Yeah, you was mad, but what's that? That shot you got? Epidural. She got that, and she couldn't eat at all, and because she was in pain. Like, she was really twisted and turning like she a damn worm. She could twist every which way. And then delivery. Now that was crazy because, like,
you almost fainted.
No,
Yes,
her and the doctors keep saying that I almost fainted.
did.
I wasn't in a fainting mood. I was just shocked because all right, I was standing next to her, and doctor getting him to come out. Now, when she was like, you could see his hair. Now, when she was getting his head out, she did this movement with her hand. She said, just opened it up, and his head just came sliding out. And then after his head came, it looked like he was getting choked by the rest of the skin. But she ended up pulling him out, and then I don't know. He looked like the sack. Like, he just had his head was the most solid thing, and the rest of his body was just like a squishy. But yeah, I'm serious. And that's what it looked like when he came out. But back to the opening part. When she did that, yeah, I say that was like I was in a mix between disgust, shocked, and amazement. Like, I don't even know how to put it into words. That was my first time seeing that, and I don't know. It was the birth of my son, though, so I'm gonna be there. I like it. That's crazy.
You want another one?
Another one? You can give us some time for another one or something.
You want a girl?
No, I don't want a girl. I know most of y'all fathers of women out there probably say it's a beautiful thing or whatever, but me personally, I couldn't handle if anything happened to my daughter, so I'd rather stick with my son.
I'm having a daughter.
I know something could happen to my son too, but overall, he a man. He should be able to deal with it when time comes.
No, we're getting a daughter.
No.
We're not having another girl. We're having a girl next. Watch. Anyways, that's it. It feels good outside today. And I said it too. Okay, that's it. That's all the sides y'all getting, because I couldn't get the other two sides. So, I love y'all. Y'all can do all things, do crazy things, y'all. And I'll be back with another video. Probably messing with him.